Hey basketball fans, meet Caitlin Clark, a player who's not just changing the game, but completely redefining it. From breaking records to delivering jaw-dropping performances, her story is one you don't want to miss. Stay tuned as we dive into the rise of this superstar, and if you love what you see, hit that like button, subscribe, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get started. The early years, a star in the making. Picture this, a young girl in Des Moines, Iowa, dribbling a basketball in her driveway. Little did the world know that this child, born January 22, 2002, would grow up to become a household name in the world of sports. Caitlin Clark didn't just grow up in a family that loved sports. She was practically born with a basketball in her hands. Her dad, who became her first coach, saw something special in his daughter early on. And what did he do? He signed her up for the boys team. That's right, folks. Until the 6th grade, Caitlin was out there, holding her own against the boys in both basketball and soccer. In an interview with ESPN, Caitlin reflected on those early days. It was special for my development, and it never fazed me. I thought, I'm a girl, I can hold my own. Talk about girl power. But the Clark family's athletic prowess doesn't stop there. It's like they've got sports running through their veins. Caitlin's dad, Brent, played basketball and baseball at Simpson College. Her grandfather, Bob Nizzi, was a football coach at Dowling Catholic, the very high school where Caitlin would later become a legend. And her older brother, Blake, he just casually won 2 state football championships before playing at Iowa State. No big deal, right? High school heroics, the birth of a legend. Fast forward to Caitlin's high school years at Dowling Catholic. Remember that driveway where little Caitlin used to practice? Well, all those hours of shooting hoops were about to pay off big time. In her senior year, Caitlin wasn't just good, she was on another level entirely. She averaged a mind-blowing 32.5 points per game. Let that sink in for a moment. While most of us were worrying about prom and SATs, Caitlin was out there scoring more points than some entire teams. Her incredible performance earned her the title of Iowa's Miss Basketball. But here's the kicker. Caitlin wasn't done making waves. When it came time to choose a college, she did something that would change the landscape of women's college basketball forever. She decided to stay home and play for the University of Iowa. Little did anyone know that this decision would set the stage for one of the most extraordinary college careers in basketball history. But more on that in our next segment. So, are you hooked yet? Trust me, we're just getting started. Caitlin Clark's journey from a determined kid in Iowa to a basketball phenomenon is nothing short of spectacular. And the best part, her story is still being written. Caitlin Clark, the phenomenal rise of a basketball prodigy. Welcome back, Hoop fans. If you thought Caitlin Clark's high school career was impressive, buckle up, because we're about to blast off into the stratosphere of college basketball greatness. The college years, rewriting the record books. Remember how we left off with Caitlin choosing to stay in Iowa for college? Well, from the moment she stepped onto the court for the Hawkeyes, it was clear that we were witnessing something special. In her freshman year alone, Caitlin didn't just make a splash, she caused a tsunami. She led the entire nation in scoring, averaging a jaw-dropping 26.6 points per game. Let me repeat that. As a freshman, she outscored every other player in college basketball. But Caitlin was just getting warmed up. Throughout her college career, Caitlin has been shattering records like they're made of glass. Here's a mind-blowing stat for you. She finished her career with 3,951 points. That's not just the most points in NCAA women's basketball history. It's the most points scored by any college player, man or woman, ever in the history of the sport. But wait, there's more. Now, let's talk about Caitlin Clark's three-point shooting in the WNBA. She doesn't just shoot threes, she launches them from another zip code, setting records along the way. Clark became the fastest player in WNBA history to hit 100 three-pointers in a season. By the end of the game against the Los Angeles Sparks, she had nailed 102 threes, finishing 4 of 10 from beyond the arc. And that's not all. She wrapped up the night with 24 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists, securing her second career triple-double. Clark is also the first rookie to hit 100 threes and one of just 5 WNBA players to record multiple triple-doubles in a season. This is a record-breaking rookie year that's going to be talked about for a very long time. The Caitlin Clark effect, changing the game. Now, you might be thinking, sure, she's great, but it's just basketball, right? Wrong. Caitlin Clark isn't just changing the game, she's changing the entire landscape of women's sports. Remember when people used to say that women's basketball wasn't as exciting as men's? Well, Caitlin Clark said, "Hold my Gatorade," and proceeded to draw more viewers than the men's games. That's right, the 2024 NCAA championship game between Iowa and South Carolina, featuring our girl Caitlin, drew an average of 18.7 million viewers. The men's final, a mere 14.8 million. Caitlin Clark isn't just breaking records, she's breaking stereotypes. But it's not just about the numbers. Caitlin's electrifying play style, her logo threes, those are the jaw-dropping shots she takes from the half-court logo. And her infectious enthusiasm have made women's basketball must-see TV. The Caitlin Clark effect is real, folks. Attendance at women's basketball games has skyrocketed, and there's been a surge in youth basketball participation, especially among girls. The words of her coach, Lisa Bluter, Caitlin's not just a scorer, she's a complete player who makes everyone around her better. And isn't that what true greatness is all about? In 2024, she became a key figure in the fight for equity in women's sports. Her advocacy went beyond the court as she spoke out about the disparities in pay and treatment between male and female athletes. After signing a historic NIL, name, image, likeness deal, Clark also helped pave the way for future female athletes to monetize their brands in unprecedented ways. She emphasized how crucial it was for women to take control of their careers, both financially and in terms of visibility. Additionally, Clark's influence extended to mentorship. She's inspired countless young athletes, frequently giving motivational talks at high schools and universities. Her message? Believe in yourself, work hard, and don't be afraid to shatter boundaries. She's not just a superstar athlete, but a role model for future generations of female athletes. And let's continue with another highlight in Caitlin Clark's incredible career. Clark's leadership skills have also been a standout trait throughout her journey. Beyond her scoring and playmaking abilities, she was consistently seen as the heart of her team, motivating her teammates during tough games. She's often credited for her work ethic, inspiring those around her to step up their game. Her dedication to improvement shows through her rigorous training schedule, focusing on refining her shot, increasing her stamina, and developing her defensive skills, making her a more complete player season after season. Moreover, Clark's influence has reached the world of endorsements in a groundbreaking way. Her massive deal with Nike not only made headlines, but solidified her as one of the most marketable athletes in women's sports. This kind of visibility for a young female athlete is reshaping how brands view and invest in women's sports. She also uses her platform to speak on mental health, frequently discussing the pressures athletes face, especially under the spotlight. Clark has been open about how she manages stress and the importance of maintaining balance, sharing personal strategies for staying grounded amid the intensity of professional sports. This honesty has made her relatable to fans who not only admire her for her talent, but respect her authenticity. From her dynamic skills on the court to her evolving role as a leader and advocate off it, Caitlin Clark's influence continues to grow across multiple spheres. And with each game, it's clear she's just getting started. As we reach the end of our deep dive into Caitlin Clark's stellar career, it's evident that she is not just a name. She's a phenomenon, an inspiration, and a testament to the power of perseverance and passion. As we look to the future, one thing is certain: the legacy of Caitlin Clark will continue to inspire and influence the game of basketball for years to come. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of Caitlin Clark's incredible achievements. Stay tuned for more stories of remarkable athletes who are shaping the future of sports.